So guys, had enough of your grips being absolute trash and wearing down? Well, look no further. Go over to fakegrips.com and use play1 for a 15% discount.
What's going on, guys? Player Junior back with another video, and today we are back at the days at the World Cup. We had 4 delicious games for us today. We had France versus Australia, Peru versus Denmark, Argentina versus Iceland, and Croatia versus your boys Nigeria. So yeah, let's get straight into this with the first game of the day, which was France versus Australia. This game was a tasty game, you know. We had the VAT system come into play with Griezmann's penalty, and yeah. So let's just talk about that system first. Do I think it worked? It worked as it's intended to work. I think it gives the referees, you know, the little benefit of a doubt because the game's such a fast-paced game, they can't always see what's happening throughout the game, if that makes sense. They're constantly, you know, trying to keep an eye on everything else. So I think it worked as it was intended, and yes, it was a penalty, even though I thought it was soft. It was a penalty. And do I think it was heartbreak for Australia? Of course it was. It was complete heartbreak for them. I felt it for myself sitting here in my cork hat and Australia lose. I was very, very sad. But do I think France showed up today? No. For a country that a lot of people are backing to win it, do they look like they won it? Do they look like they have the potential to win it today? No, they don't. They played absolutely sloppy throughout the game. They looked like there was no intent to actually play the ball or win it. You know, luckily for them, Pogba got a goal at the end, but I just felt like there was just no fight from them. It was very sloppy on their behalf. I don't know what Didier Deschamps was thinking with his squad pick. I felt like he was trying to squeeze all the best players into one team, you know, putting Mbappe, Griezmann and Dembele all up front. I felt like it just didn't work. I feel like Griezmann is not a lone striker, if you know what I mean. He ain't the sort of striker that can take everyone on by himself. He needs that second guy to back him up a bit, and I felt like Dembele and Mbappe just didn't do that. Mbappe was very good throughout the game. I felt he made some decent runs, and you know, he does look like he could play the part. But I think in the next French game they definitely need to play Giroud, because Griezmann's used to playing with someone who's strong, who will knock the ball down to him or play the ball through to him, and I genuinely felt like, you know, that's what was missing. So hopefully Didier Deschamps will play Giroud next game and you know, really sort it out there. But was there a man of the match? No, I didn't really see anyone that I thought played like amazingly. You obviously had a few players exception, but yeah, I felt like it was just an even game, and I felt like Australia should definitely got the draw out of it. It was very, very unfair of them to lose so cruelly like that. It was heartbreak. But yeah, I don't believe Australia are out of it. I feel like Australia can still do this. They've obviously got a bit of an uphill task, but do I think they can do it? Of course they can. I think it's just going to be obviously difficult, and it's going to be an uphill struggle to see how they're going to sort of go along with it. Right, next game was Peru versus Denmark. I'm wearing the Denmark kit right now. Do I think the game was very tight, very tasty, you know. You had another VAR system come into play with the Peru's penalty that he subsequently missed, which was sad because I felt like Peru deserved something out of this game, not a 1-0 loss. But as I said before, the VAR system worked perfectly as it's meant to, so that's good on them. But I do feel like Peru was very, very escaped out of this today. I felt like they played extremely well. I feel like Peru showed a lot, considering, you know, they're a country not many people was expecting a lot. Peru really, really showed up today, and I feel like they could go on to potentially, you know, maybe, you never know, they could maybe cause some upsets in this World Cup. I don't think they're going to go through, but they could definitely cause some upsets. Do I think Denmark were worthy of their win? Of course, they did play well throughout. I felt Christian Eriksen is my star man of today. I felt Eriksen played so well, the maestro as always. But also, another star man that I'd like to mention, I wouldn't say Eriksen's my top man. My star man of the whole match was definitely Poulsen. I felt like he played so well, Poulsen. He got himself a goal, and it just felt like he was the one causing a lot of trouble down that left-hand side. He was just so fast and, you know, so calm on the ball, and obviously he got himself the goal that, you know, put Peru out of the misery. I do feel really sorry for Peru, as they did deserve to get something a bit out of this game, but it's just how football is. It's a cruel game sometimes. But yeah, like I said, Poulsen is my man of the match. Moving on to the third game, which was Argentina-Iceland. Oh, this was a juicy game, honestly. I enjoyed watching this game. I'm actually quite a big fan of Iceland. I feel like they're the underdog team, and I just love their spirit, you know, just a never die spirit, you know, just never give up, constantly chucking everything into it. And I feel like they're a team a lot of teams should, you know, look at. They just work together as a team. There's no star man. They're just a strong unit that somehow stopped Messi from coming into the game, you know. At first you had Aguero's amazing goal, which, you know, there's just no stopping that. Aguero's Aguero. He's been doing that for City whenever he's played. He's just such a good striker, and there's nothing you can really say about the goal. It was just a beautiful goal. And then you literally had like a few minutes later, it was Iceland replied, which they deserved. Iceland deserved. They could have been 2-1 up if the guy didn't miss that first shot, but they deservedly scored, and then it was 1-1 throughout, and then you had the controversy with the penalty. Do I think it was a penalty? Of course it was, because the guy kind of dived on him. But then the Icelandic goalkeeper saved a very tame penalty from Messi, which I think, you know, for Messi's standards, it was just poor from him, you know. He just sort of was trying to be cheeky and go for it, but it didn't work out for him. And I feel like the pressure was on Messi today to obviously perform after Cristiano Ronaldo's performance yesterday. That was insane from Ronaldo. So I do feel like it was on Messi today. And did he perform? No, he didn't. I felt like Messi was a bit lackluster today, even though some people would say he played well. But I just feel like it was a bit bad. He definitely should have scored his penalty. And yeah, whilst we're talking about Iceland, I saw this interesting picture which was tweeted by Sway, which will pop up somewhere around here. And it was that one of the players from Iceland had to get permission to leave work to play for the country, which was quite funny, you know, considering Iceland just got a draw against one of the biggest nations in this tournament, I'd say, with the most history, which is Argentina. So yeah, pretty embarrassing for Argentina today. Do I think Iceland were worthy of the draw? Of course they were. Iceland worked their hearts out for that draw, and I think it would have been cruel if they did lose to Argentina today. So yeah, definitely deserved it, Iceland. I would not say there was a man of the match for me. I felt like the whole Iceland team was man of the match. Maybe the goalkeeper made some solid saves, but there was no person in the Iceland squad. Just the whole of Iceland was man of the match. And now moving on to my dark horse of the tournament, which was Croatia versus the Nigerians. Obviously, I was backing Croatia as my little dark horse, and they did not disappoint me. They got a 2-0 solid game, 100%. They dominated the game throughout. Croatia. They are just an insane side, you know, from attacking to defence. I said the defence is a bit weak, but they've got some strong defenders in there, and you know, I feel like they showed today that, you know, they've done really well. And I felt like Nigeria just wasn't up to the mark with it. I feel like Nigeria can still cause some problems within the group, but I felt like they needed to try and get something out of today's game, and they didn't really. But do I think they're out? Of course not. Any team can fucking go through if they try hard enough. But you know, throughout, Croatia was amazing, and there was only one guy that I thought, oh my god, he's playing out of his skin today. And if he plays like this in every game, then I think Croatia are going to be a real force throughout the tournament. That is my man, Luka Modric. I felt like he was the maestro throughout. He got himself a goal with the penalty. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Do I think it was a penalty? Of course it was. The guy was like ripping Mandzukic apart. It was unlucky on the first goal, but the penalty is definitely a penalty, and Luka Modric put it away. He played such a solid game throughout, Luka. If he plays like that in all the games throughout the tournament, I think definitely Croatia are going to be a force to mess with, because he was just solid throughout. But yeah, it's been another crazy day at the World Cup today, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos that I'm bringing out and grinding out every day. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, I will see you dudes in tomorrow's World Cup video. Peace, guys. Woo!